students of Royal University in the workshop on data analytics conducted by Administrative Staff College of India, Pune. ASCI is a public purpose institution of repute established in 1956 by Government of India. It is engaged in providing education, management, training, research and advisory services to the government, multilateral organizations and industry. The college has a rich domain expertise and a wealth of proven experience in capacity building, research and consultancy services. Thus, as a part of commitment to fostering academic excellence and promoting professional growth, ASCI Pune, in association with Royal School of Engineering and Technology and Royal School of Information Technology, is conducting a one-day workshop for determining present usage of data analytics in government, education and social sectors, and how its usage can be increased for decision making in these sectors. Out of the 8 proposed workshops in eastern and northeastern states of India, 5 workshops have already been conducted in Kolkata, Nehu Shillong, DIT Mishra, NIT Agartala and SMIT Sikkim. The Assam Royal Global University, Guwahati, is all set to be the 6th venue to conduct the workshop with utmost ecstasy and contentment. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Aniruddha Sir, Dean Academics and Dean of Royal School of Engineering and Technology and Royal School of Information Technology, to deliver the lectures.
Guests for today, Dr. Aniruddha, Associate Professor, Techno India Group, Dr. Gautam Das, Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication at the Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. They are the members of Academic Administrative Staff College, Hyderabad, which was established long back in the year 1956. So we are having a privilege today that they have approached us in being one of the venues of conducting the workshop on this data analytics. And why I agreed on this proposal is because we all know that this workshop is leading to be a gold mine. Now we'll ask, sir, why a gold mine? Because now who has the data as on date is sitting on a gold mine. So the gold of future is not the gold mines you have in physical, but the data you have along with you is the most promising and the richest man in this world. So, and how we can play with this data, how we play actually every day with this data. You will be experiencing the experience, I am again telling you. Each and every second of your Facebook, your Instagram, your Amazon, you are utilizing Uber, you are utilizing a lot of other apps. They check your preferences and they play with your data. You will see that once you click on one ad in the Facebook or one domain you are playing in the Facebook or in the YouTube, data comes related to that to you. So that is how data is being played, and that is how the governments are now aspiring for the data. They will utilize this data for the security purpose. They will utilize this data for the analytical purpose, and all these things will be explained in an elaborate way by this workshop today. So that is why on the first day of the proposal, I accepted this proposal, and we all know that the School of Engineering Technology and School of Information Technology have been working very seriously in organizing this workshops, seminars, faculty development programs on a regular basis. So based on that, we have agreed, and now the people from the Administrative Staff College have come to us, and let us hear from them how the data will be the future gold mine of this world. Already it is there, but how the future is holding it for us, and how in the education sector, the healthcare sector, the social sector, we can utilize the data which is generated each and every microsecond, how we can utilize it for the betterment of the society. That is the aim. So once again I welcome you all all my faculty members from different departments, especially from the other departments, they are also there, from the School of Engineering Technology, Information Technology. My students of MTech are also there. My PhD scholars are there. So I hope we will enjoy this workshop. And once again, I welcome both of the dignitaries from the Administrative Staff College who are representing Administrative Staff College Pune or Hyderabad to this program, and I hope we will extract the best honey out of the hive. Thank you, Board.
Thank you, sir. I'm thoroughly honored to welcome our guest, Professor Dr. Aniruddha, Honorable Secretary, IIT Kolkata, and Associate Professor at Techno India Group, Kolkata, to a one-day workshop on data analytics today in the Assam Royal Global University. Thank you, sir, for giving us your precious time. Professor Nag obtained his Bachelor of Science degree from Calcutta University, followed by postgraduate diploma in Management Studies from Bhavan's College of Communication and Management. He further pursued his Master of Computer Applications and Master of Technology in Information Technology from Jadavpur University. His academic journey culminated in the completion of his MPhil degree and PhD from West Bengal State University. He holds a distinguished background as the former chairman of the Computer Society of India and treasurer of IETE, and is currently serving as the secretary of IETE in Kolkata. With an engineering background, he managed operations at Air India before transitioning to academia as an associate professor at Techno India Group, Kolkata. He brings a wealth of teaching experience from institutions like IGNO, IETE, Techno, ICFI, National College, and many more. As an accomplished author, he has penned numerous acclaimed books such as Linux Operating System, Internet, and Computer Network tailored for graduate and postgraduate students. His contributions extend beyond academia with published articles in various newspapers, magazines, and esteemed journals. Recognized for his contributions, he was honored with the National Science Day Award in 2018 by the Science Association of Bengal and received the Best Researcher Award in 2019 from IARA. Furthermore, he has played a pivotal role in designing course material for institutes such as Atelier, Portraying Technology, and BrightTech. You are cordially and warmly welcome, sir. I would like to request Professor Dr. Ankur Ganguly, sir, to kindly felicitate Professor Nag, sir, with a gamusa and a book as a special token of appreciation. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Aniruddha, sir, to kindly give the address.
Good afternoon, everybody, and a warm welcome from my side. As already told Professor Dr. Ankur Ganguly regarding data, so let me tell you the first thing. that how many people of here have heard the name of Roald Dahl? Anybody? Roald Dahl was a very famous author, and his one of the famous book is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You'll be amazed why I am talking about Roald Dahl. Yes, the reason behind that, Roald Dahl wrote a fantastic novel for the great automatic generalizer, and in this book he gave this idea that if you have a few characters and if you have thesaurus and few plots, just put it into a machine, and after that, after few days you train the machine, and thereafter the machine will produce storybook and various novels. And he convinced his boss, and thereafter his boss and he made a fortune. So it is all about the prediction, and it started in the year 1950s and 60s. His story, long back story. Then there was a theory by Charles. The theory was Chinese room theory. Anybody having any idea about Charles' Chinese room theory? And that theory predicts the room, or the room of generative AI. People are talking about demystifying generative AI. And what is AI and what is generative AI? That is well known to everybody right now. But the theory was fantastic. In the 1980s, the theory said that you are confined in a room having no window, no doors. You are in a room with having few data sets, few Chinese data set, lookup table, few Chinese pictures and meaning, but written in Chinese, and you do not know Chinese. What will happen? And somebody from outside, just with a small hole, giving one or sending one picture, and in return you match the picture and get the name of the particular animal, and you are sending the animal name. After a few hours, you will be trained in such a fashion that the person outside who doesn't know you will understand that you know Chinese. There lies the theory of pattern and matching, and the beauty of jitter. So the word jitter came from the word jitam, that is a Latin word, and jitter. If I say that 25119731, what does it mean? Nothing. It sounds like a weird something. If I say that this is my landline number 25119731, it sends. So from raw data, we come to the conclusion of information. So data, information, knowledge, and finally wisdom. Very few people have, but still, wisdom is the last. So we talk about in data analytics, raw data, and using tools, technology, process, we will get the insight of the data, what it is predicting, what it is telling, what is. Sir rightly said, if you have a raw voluminous data, if you can analyze the data with a particular or correct tool, it will give you the insight. Because data, when I used to study computer science, that time there was only one thing, that is called structured data. And for structured data, we read relational structured query language, and that data based on a row and table. Am I right or wrong? Sir, am I right or wrong? We all are today we all students. Myself is also student. Every day when I used to go to teach or anyhow go to for lecture or taking classes or taking exam, every day I learn. a lot. Just before that. Yes, but today there are two types of data: unstructured data and semi-structured data. So nowadays data are not only structured, semi-structured and unstructured data generating by this social media, video, image, tags, RFID tags, markers. These data are not structured data. These are unstructured data. And there is a difference between structured data and unstructured data. And today, there is one package. Usually, we learn a lot about Oracle. And then they are banned and JDA words. But however, Oracle only, right now, Oracle only exists, others gone, vanished into the blue. But this unstructured data, there are some package which is very popular. One such package is called MongoDB. Most of the interview questions are about unstructured data and structured data, and difference between structured data and unstructured data. Yes. So right now the challenge is high because you have to deal with structured and unstructured both. Next. And there is a confusion between data science and data analysis, data scientist and data analyst, data science and data analysis. Yes, there is a sharp difference between data science and data analysis. Data science is an umbrella. Data analytics, data analysis is part of the data science. But both we can use interchangeably. We can use interchangeably data science and data analysis, but the role is quite defined and different of data scientist and data analyst. Data science and data scientist, they deal with model, development of model and deployment of model. But data analyst only give you the insight and predict what is future. No such data model, no such model concept. Here is the difference between data science and data analytics. You will see almost the same, but model development, model deployment is in data science, but no such model in data analytics. They train. In data science, they train, they generate model, and model gives the insights. And here, there is no model. Just explore data, analyze data, and disseminate and sharing data, whatever it may be. So there is a sharp distinction between data scientist and data analyst. And data science and data scientist job is much challenging. And right now, as per USA, the role in demand is data analyst and data scientist both. But once again, there is a slight difference between business analyst and data analyst. Business analyst in a business deals, analyze with data and lead the project. That is project based, business analyst. But in case of data analyst, analyze data, compile reports and give this report to the bosses or to the clients. So business analyst and data analyst role are quite different and defined. And this is not interchangeable. Mind it. Next. So, key components. Before going, we have to think about the key components. What are the key components? Collecting data is the first and foremost work. This raw data, you have to collect the raw data from spreadsheet, text file, and whatever it may be, sensor, social media, and many more. Structured and unstructured data. Collecting structured and unstructured data. That's the most important. Without having data, what you can analyze. And there is a sharp difference between predicting data and generating data. Yeah. Yes.
insurance data will it for business analyst or data analyst?
What?
Insurance data.
Insurance data.
Yes.
Insurance data, in case of if your company from business point of view collect data and use it, then it requires business analyst. And if your company requires know what will be our future outcome, just predict my future outcome of this policy, then you can talk to data analyst. So data collection, as I already told, you can collect it from various sources. Data collection is most important. See, for example, in your university or if you are in your college, think about in all private colleges and private universities, as because I work in a private college and I was in a government undertaking company. So in our government undertaking company, we do not bother about the data. But whenever I join a private university, I have to think about the data. You ask me why. The very famous TED talker said that before starting any talk, first you say why. If you are not clear with why, and if you are not make others, your audiences understand why, then you never connect your audience with you and the subject. Am I right or wrong? Because sir, all of you are very experienced. You know that catching the audience mind after lunch break is very difficult. Yes or no? Am I making a point? Are you understanding? Because in many conferences, while going back to Calcutta, I have 3 conferences I am conducting and all are Springer Scopus Index. But in most of the cases, I find that for me, keynote speaker to session chair every time after lunch break or before dinner. And these are the 2 most challenging. Because the first 10:30, if you start giving lecture, people will understand, people will take, but slowly people's memory will be bogged and they are thinking, hey, what time the lunch is? Please, what time the lunch or a dinner, any kind of special menu, something of that sort. So, we are collecting, I am talking about the private university because data is very important. Because, say for example, hypothetically, this year 500 students enrolled in CS. I mean, CS are different dimensions. CS, blah, blah, blah. Am I right or wrong? So, AICT has opened a door of CS. As if in this world only CS exists and the rest of the engineering doesn't. Almost like that. So, this year 500 students enrolled and the next year we found that 200 students enrolled. Then management will think, what happened? That from 500 to 200 or 500 to 300 or 500 to 700 on one side, what happened? Then you have to analyze that. What goes wrong or what goes in favor? Am I right or wrong? That in government universities, I read in Jadavpur University, one of the premier university. My son is reading in Jadavpur University. Many days I went to college and I found that teacher is there, but class is not there. I almost begged to say, sir, exam is just knocking at the door, sir. Any such suggestion, sir? No suggestion. Go to exam hall and you will find the question, that is your suggestion. And gone. In my cases, today exams is going on, which subject I taught in university, and I anxiously called. Hello, how is the exam? Students are doing something good. Students are at least दे रहा है तो एग्जाम दे रहा है तो हो रहा है एग्जाम कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ तो just feel the difference. In Jadavpur, you will find that students are loitering almost aimlessly. Teachers there, but no class. And if you go and ask, teachers will teach. Because they don't think whether this year enrolled 60 students or 600 students. Miracle. But for us, it's a big question. That whether you can teach or whether your pedagogy or methodology is correct and up to the mark, or whether you have got this much of student by fluke this is that year, and this year you have come down to level. And there will be a tremendous discussion, and everybody will try to save everybody's skin, and as if he or she doesn't commit any mistake, it is onus onto others. So there lies the importance of data. I have understood it from government to private. Understood the data, the role of data, and why data is so important. Next. Now you have got lots of data, but you have found that many redundant data. Those are from the student, those are from computer science. There is a fantastic subject called DBMS, Database Management System. Am I right or wrong? And there in the first few chapters you will encounter with the word called redundant data. So data redundancy is there. Many blank data there. And you'll be amazed that you are dealing with a table where primary key is null, and there is no primary key. Am I making a sense? Primary key is that key by which you can tag everybody, because in a same class there may be 3 Miradars. हो भी सकता है 3 Miradars and 2 from the same field. Then how can you differentiate with the primary key? So you will find lots of data without primary key, without registration number, without roll number. Then you have to clean the data. In the exam, we have to say, or rather I used to say, the first thing is write down your roll number and registration number in the copy. Am I right or wrong? I have found many students written very well without having a roll number or registration number. Now I have to go and back check that whether he or she, who is he or she. So data cleansing is very important, and pre-processing, because without pre-processing we cannot take data. Data exploration and analysis. Exact useful information is very important. So I have had lots of data, most of the redundant data, missing data, corrupted data. Then what is the use? In the case of my research and your research, you will encounter with the word called primary data and secondary data. Most of the cases guides tell you that go for the primary data, because in most of the cases in secondary data is little bit biased data, and you will find many data set outlier data. So that is very important. That's why in case of most of the research, people or guide ask you to go for primary data and go for random sampling, not continuous sampling. Am I right or wrong? So data here and there, data is very important. And data analysis, just to find the pattern and trends, predict future outcome, and detect anomalies. Statistical analysis. How many of you have come across with a fantastic package called SPSS? Sir? Oh, lots. How do you rate SPSS? Just it's a introduction. How do you rate? How do you like it? SPSS? Great. I am with you. 4 out of 5. It's fascinating. Especially, probably SPSS right now, version 29 is going on. And when I read it, version 16. And in recent past, in a FDP, I found that someone is teaching about structured equation modeling with the help of SPSS. It is so powerful. It will automatically generate the structure and the data, problem with the data and outlier data, everything. So statistical analysis will only give you the insight of your data, because if you have a large volume of data and if you go if you take help of SPSS, say for any regression analysis or any analysis part, ANOVA, MANOVA, any, it will give you the output, and that output will give you the idea that whether your research is in the right way or wrong way. Especially I use factor analysis. Factor analysis will give you the insight that which factors are more important or why eigenvalue greater than 1 for these factors. So that's most important. So statistical analysis give you the useful information. Yes, machine learning. Very popular subject. Whether human learns or machine learns, nobody knows. And people think that one day this machine will challenge human. In my younger days, that time world champion chess player was Kasparov. And IBM's machine, Deeper Blue, defeated Kasparov hands down. We have seen many robots and many robots with AI generated voice, and most importantly, now we are encountering the fantastic 7 words. Everything can be possible with these 7 words. The package having 7 words. Chat GPT. The days are coming when Chat GPT will write the thesis, and maybe that will be the best thesis we will be going to have. But how much plagiarism proof? That nobody knows. Then Dalekans and many more. And few days ago I have read one article about Devin AI, and people said that Devin AI will change the social human perception towards any package. Within an hour, Devin AI can create and full website. Devin AI. So God knows, but still, artificial intelligence and machine learning, subset of machine learning, these are very important aspects right now. And those who are data analysts, they should have the basic idea about this. That much I can say. Next, data visualization. Data visualization is very important, because when you are presenting the analysis of data to your CEO, CTO, CFOs, they will not listen your only verbal word or verbatim. They want to see how they can visualize their company's future coming 10 years. You can talk half an hour, 1 hour in front of CTO, CEO, CFO, but they want the analysis part. Give me the visualization part. Whether it is pie chart or whether it is bar chart or whether maybe anything, but they want the outcome in a visualization form. I don't know how many of you know or even come across the word called storytelling. Anybody? In multinational companies, they are teaching storytelling and design thinking, because with the story based on your data, not the story based on your school-going Aesop's fable, story based on your data, and you have to give you have to present in such a way that your top bosses will visualize the data. And therefrom came the word called design thinking. So these are some very popular concepts which popularizes the data analysis part. Not only it is a mundane, but when you present the outcome of your company's prospect or business prospect in such a fantastic manner, then it will give you the desired result. So I will later on show you that there are so many world famous companies, they have kept data analysts in their payroll. Why? we haven't engaged in India. Most of the companies do not have any data analyst. But why companies like Tesla, why they have engaged? What is the beauty? What is the use? And why India government will think the data analysis part? And interpretation of data, I have already told that SPSS will give you the result. Interpretation part is for mine. I have to interpret the data, what the data is giving us, or where the data leads us, or where my thesis or project will go, in which direction with this data. So interpretation is important. Next, different tools used for data analytics. These are some tools, and the most popular tool is Microsoft Excel. I have come across at least few hundred people who has boasted with confidence that I know MS Office. Sir, with a humble request, I must tell you that even if, sorry, even if the very famous Bill Gates cannot tell like this, or the head of the software department or software engineering department or programmer head cannot say, because Microsoft Office, so to say Microsoft Excel, has got a tremendous potentiality. Only 10 to 15% we have used in our day-to-day life. Only 10 to 15% max. People are talking about different technology, people are talking about different sophisticated packages, but I tell you that Microsoft Excel can do miracle in your data analysis part and data analytics part, business analysis part, everywhere. Next, Excel at a glance. Everybody knows it's commercial software, and every software has some pros and cons. Here, big calculation errors and poor handling of big data. Obviously, if Excel can handle big data, then there is no requirement of Jupyter Notebook or Power BI. Today you will see that lots of advertisement on Power BI. Power BI is really powerful tool, and most importantly, Power BI has got the scope that using Excel you can use Power BI, you can tag Power BI, because Excel can access external resources, so to say Power BI can access external databases. Excel with Power BI. Next. Some functions of Excel are very important, like concatenate function, sum. These are some functions, especially 10 Excel functions are very important. Next. VLOOKUP, vertical lookup and horizontal lookup is very important. Then day-to-day work theme, counties, and last but not the least, pivot table, or you can say pivot table. Very important, pivot table. Goal sheet, scenario manager. These are some very useful tools given by Excel. Pivot table. With this, you can access Microsoft Power BI. The total database in Power BI. You can access Power BI. So, pivot table or pivot table, so to say, for research to your work, analysis, pivot table is quite capable of handling analytical part. Here you will see the category and grand total, sales, everything. With a twinkle of your eyes, you can do it. Next. Python. Initially, in our younger days, we knew that Python is a great and mighty snake. Now, Python. Top of the sea, Python came. Python based on the sea. But in my younger days, when like you encountered sea, oh, that was a horrible experience. Because I started learning C with Brian Gottfried. And thereafter, after reading few pages of Brian Gottfried, I was just dumbstruck, awestruck rather. And I thought that what is pointer and what is called pointer of a pointer? What is mallow and what is callow? Oh my God, out of the heaven, what has happened to me? Why I am studying this subject? Then one Messiah friend came from heaven probably. He said, have you gone mad? I said, why? Why are you reading Gottfried? In your whole life you cannot complete Gottfried. Then I said, then I cannot pass this subject. He said, yes. Woman Samta Bachchan is there. I said, who? The Jaswant Kanikar. Let us see. And pointers and see. And you will out. Forget about Gottfried. So I kept my Gottfried in Almira and start reading Jaswant Kanikar. Then another friend came and said that Jaswant Kanikar, that is also too hard. Go for Balagusar. I started reading Balagusar. So that was the story of my days. Obviously, you are all very intelligent. You have not encountered that problem, but I encountered that problem. Then I started studying or learning Python. How? Because all of a sudden my son came out with a book, and there 90% in written in Python, and said that my 11 and 12 exam, this is one of my subjects. Please teach me Python. Then I started reading NumPy, Panda, and all libraries and libraries after libraries, and reading and then teaching. Reading and teaching. There I encounter Python. But Python is very, very powerful language. Only because of that, open source. Thousand and thousand libraries are available, and that libraries made Python a Python. Yes or no? Anybody from computer science? Yes or no? That's why people are talking about Python, and using Python, they have come out with a lots of projects with some chips. So there came the concept of embedded system, where software meets hardware. And these were Python, but Python is very easily available and very powerful tool. So you can use. But once again, we are very habituated to use package rather than write 2 lines of program. Am I right or wrong? Next. This NumPy and Pandas and beautiful soap and Scapy. These are some packages or some libraries make Python such a powerful tool for data analysis part. Next. Then R. This is another very powerful. But once again, I must tell you from my experience, R needs a lot of programming skill, a lot of R. You have to write painstakingly. You have to write lines after lines code. So people don't like R. But R is also very powerful. And for data analysis part, R is also very powerful because you can write and it will generate. This is R also having more than 10,000 packages, and R is very powerful like Python, open source. Next. Jupyter Notebook, very famous in America. Jupyter Notebook. But not great for collaboration. Jupyter, some softwares are inbuilt in such a fashion. Oh yes, I must tell you. In my younger days, when studying computer, like all of you, there was 2 distinct operating systems. One is Windows, very poor, and another very powerful, virus cannot dent, that is Unix. But how many of you are very apt with Unix. And today I must tell you that I used to do what that in my 486 DX I kept 2 operating systems. While at the time of booting, it will show whether you start Windows or Unix. But power cut is a great problem, and after every power cut, the barrier between Windows and Unix gone, and it will just give a DOS version bit, just only cursor blinks, because no Windows, no Unix. But in Unix days, when we study Unix, we didn't understand the nuances of this Unix and Unix kernel. And thereafter, the graphical version of Unix came with the hand of Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds was a 19 years old computer science student. Linus Torvalds invented Linux. Linux was a fantastic graphical user operating system based on Minix operating system. Unix came from Minix. So the same kernel, but graphical user. Thereafter, Linux or Unix got the popularity. Now, in many cases, in many offices, I have seen that they are using Linux. Linux is powerful, and as of now, I haven't seen that virus has dented Linux. But in case of Windows, you will see every time there is a chance. And moreover, in Windows operating system, you will find that there are lots of patches. Why? Why so many patches? Any idea? Though it is a product of Microsoft, but all Windows came with 1,000 lines of bug. So, after finding one bug or few bugs, they came out with the patches. So, everything with the patches. But in case of Linux, no such problem is there as of now, as per my knowledge goes. And you will be amazed that there was a Linux version, or rather Unix version, that is called Ubuntu. Ubuntu is very powerful, and it was invented by two guys of South Africa. Ubuntu means the land of rising sun. Ubuntu. So there was a story, but why I am telling you? Because Jupyter Notebook is so powerful and so handy that you won't feel like to use R or Python. But Jupyter Notebook these are very popular outside this Asia. Hardly we find that in this part of the globe are using Jupyter. Next. So Jupyter Notebook's details is there, and this is a dedicated IDE. Yes, we love IDE. When I read Visual Basic was an inbuilt IDE, Integrated Development Environment, Visual Basic 6 with IDE. And in case of Java also, we used to teach or we used to learn Java with IDE. Rather than typing that Java space file name and then Java space file name. Isn't it? We use IDE. Next, Apache Spark. This is also very important, but there is a problem with not very easy, not very rigid and easy to use, but Apache Spark comes with many bugs. Next. Apache Hadoop is very popular in many companies. Hadoop is using for machine learning models, for generating machine learning models. Next. SAS. SAS is also a very fantastic statistical package. In many universities, they used to teach SAS. SAS is very powerful, but graphical wise poor and cost wise high. Microsoft Power BI. This is Microsoft Power BI, very popular. Microsoft Power BI is very useful. And it has got a visual reports and dashboards, Power BI. Now, applications in healthcare. In countries like India, healthcare is the most sought after subject for any individual, for any student. You ask why? Because when we grow older, we always think that what will happen if I fall sick. Because we used to go to private nursing homes or private these joints. There's a chance that they may charge higher. Am I right or wrong? So we are very anxious about healthcare. And on the contrary, those who are having these private nursing homes, they are also thinking about their future. Because in Kolkata, in every half kilometer, you will find 10 private nursing homes. So, getting patient and retain your old patient is two different aspects and very important factor. So, they have to analyze the data that this patient came in this year with these are the problems, and we tried to give him the best, but still having same problem the particular person or the particular patient came. And what was the billing pattern? What was the medical insurance? What amount medical insurance can he or she bear? So, in very big private nursing homes are now using this data analysis part, because they have to know the pattern and the generation of the data of this particular, not only this patient, for the patients. Because retaining old patient is very challenging nowadays in most metro cities, where in every half a kilometer you will find lots of private nursing homes and private joints. Next. Finance. Finance is another gray area, rather. Anybody is here interested for share market? No, it's not a taboo. If you raise your hand, it's not a taboo, because share market people used to think at one point of time, oh, Harshad Mehta, he was a cheat. He was a share market trader. But remember, nowadays, with the help of fantastic software, you have to study the market and then only you can predict the outcome. It was not Harshad Mehta's 1990s era. It is 2024. Here, if you can study or judge the stochasticity and volatility of a share, then for you, 1001 packages are there. They are predicting the outcome of Tata Power or Tata Motors in 2023, 2027. Do not think that those who are trading in share market is a fool or is a corrupted person. No, sir. It was a myth. Trading in share market requires a hell lot of a study. Without studying, you cannot interact with this market. So, in case of finance has got a little bit importance with this, because if you are not a trader of share market, but you have invested in share market, how? In many schemes, SIP, MIP, isn't it? For you, there is a fund manager. The fund manager works for you. Fund manager based on lots of data. Data based on those companies' 5 years pattern. Earning per ratio. Future project. Amalgamation. Collaboration. PE ratio. There are 10 to 15 parameters with those parameters, that fund manager breaks his head and generates revenue for you. That's why nowadays I have seen many CA and CFA are not in their original job, but they are doing trading, because here the profit ratio earning is much more than opening a CFR. Because why chartered accountant is one of the most sought after career? Because you know that in a balance sheet or in profit and loss account, if you have to publish being a company, you need signature of chartered accountant, not cost accountant, chartered accountant. There is a tremendous debate between chartered and cost accountant, chartered accountant, and company secretary. These are two posts. But nowadays, chartered accountants are, without doing, they are analyzing data. Next, e-commerce. We all know, sir already told, if you go and see few ads of shirts or trousers in Amazon, rest assured, coming 7 days, it will be flooded. You will be flooded with similar type of Pumas or Nikes shirts or trousers. Is it very easy? This is just fun. No. Behind this, the predictive model and predicative analysis are done by software. They are seeing your preferences, and according to your preferences, they push those materials which you have or you are searching for last few days. So, e-commerce giant, those are the e-commerce giant, they are using data analytics. Next. Cybersecurity, the most sought after career right now is cybersecurity, because every now and then we are so vulnerable that anybody, any moment can be the victim of cyber crime. Probably all of you or some of you have encountered that all of a sudden your friends are coming or asking you, you need 3,000 bucks? You haven't told me that you need 3,000 bucks. Because your Facebook got hacked. And with this, hacker got the different numbers or mail IDs or different connections. And hackers are sending mails that we need 3,000 rupees or 13,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees desperately. I mean, right or wrong? So, nowadays, many of us already locked our Facebook profile. Yes or no? So, few days ago, one lady of Kolkata lost 13 lakhs rupees for one book. What happened? Nothing. He tried to call her daughter staying in America, couldn't call because SIM card is not functioning. After a few days, she got a new SIM card, and when she opened the new SIM card, she found the 13 lakhs rupees are missing from her bank. Clone, SIM card clone, with the help of SIM card clone. So, in respect of cyber security, Government of India came out with a department. Those departments are checking all the vulnerabilities of official website as well as vulnerabilities of citizens. That's why citizen-centric cyber security programs are conducting everywhere in India, also in many states, just to give the awareness. And here also, data analysis plays a very vital role. If you just in your naked eyes, if you see, you will find that most of the victims are not tech savvy, and most of the victims are over-aged or rather aged. Hardly you will find the students or student community or persons in the 30 to 40 bracket. because they are quite capable, they are quite tech savvy, they are quite knowledgeable, they are reading newspapers and finding these are the cases. And you will be amazed that different time, different modus operandi is playing. Few days ago, I am in college, I got a phone call, and the person called me, "Are you Aniruddha?" I said, "Yes." "Your son's name Alkaruddha?" I said, "Yes." Because now the next, within 2 to 3 minutes after, I have to go to class. And he said, "आपका बेटा को पकड़ लिया." I mean, who are you? He told me, "मैं डीजी राजीव कुमार बोल रहा हूँ." उसे क्या हुआ? बोला, यहाँ बहुत खराब कार, गंदा कार किया आपका बेटा, इसलिए उनका साथ 4 बंदा को उठा लिया हम लोग। आप यदि चाहते हैं आपका बच्चा को छुड़ाने के लिए, तब इमीडिएटली ये नंबर में फोन कीजिए और जो पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर है उनके साथ सेटल कीजिए, नहीं तो बच्चा को अंदर घुसा देंगे और 2-3 साल निकल नहीं पाएगा। कल खा गया तो वहां पे देखा थे वो एक पुलिस का भी तस्वीर आया, तो एट ए वेरी यंग assistant professors are sitting beside me. So the program handle was hanging and she said, "Sir, क्या हुआ?" मैं बोला, "देखो ऐसा ऐसा बात हुआ, मैं तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, बेटे को तो आज जादवपुर में जाना था क्लास करने के लिए, क्या?" बोले, "सर चिंता मत कीजिए, आप पहले बेटे को फोन कीजिए, देखिए बेटा का क्या बोल रहा है." मैं बेटा को फोन बोला, ठीक। बोले, "उनको मत फोन कीजिए और उनको अभी ब्लॉक कर दीजिए।" उन्होंने ब्लॉक कर दिया वो नंबर। मैं बेटा को फोन किया, मैं बेटा बोला कि आज तो पूरा क्लास नहीं होगा जादवपुर में, इसलिए मैंने नहीं किया, मैं घर में। For few minutes I was choked, and believe me, by this way they have maintained money. क्योंकि यदि आपका बेटा बाहर में है और किसी ने बोला आपको, मेरा बेटा घर में है और मेरा बेटा कलकत्ता में है, शायद यदि मेरा बेटा सिक्किम में होता, कोई ऐसा फोन करके बोल देता तो मेरा तो ये हो जाता। और वो लोग इतना चालाक है कि बेटा का भी नंबर को ब्लॉक कर सकते था। तो ये सब चीज हो रहा है। तो साइबर सिक्योरिटी प्लेज अ वेरी वाइटल रोल। एंड देन सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट, a business depends on the supply chain management, and with the help of supply chain management your business basically runs. So supply chain management is very important. So for that supply chain management you need data analysis. Next, banking sector is very important to analyze transaction data, analyze customer demographics and credit histories. Credit history is very important. If you spend 10 to 15 lakhs rupees through your credit card, the moment they will send you that your reading your credit history, your credit limit has been gone up to 40 lakhs rupees. How come? It is possible. और आपका क्रेडिट हिस्ट्री और आपका क्रेडिट हिस्ट्री बहुत अच्छा है, इसलिए आपको 3 नया क्रेडिट कार्ड भेज रहा हूं। They are checking, they are analyzing that yes, this is the man who is spending lots of money through HDFC Millennium credit card. So इनको लिमिट बढ़ा दीजिए। So credit history बैंक का पास है, वहीं से हो रहा है। Then customer demographics and customer data, these are also very important. Next, logistics. This is another very important area where we can use this tool and get the insight. Because demand forecasting is most important in logistics. The retail, here improve customer loyalty, optimize store layouts and improve customers revenue generation. So in case of retail, you will see that JioMart, though JioMart is in cloud and in bricks and mortars, but there are some retailer, they are not in the cloud. They are analyzing your purchasing pattern, and by this way they are giving you some benefit before some big bash day or big day, sending some coupons to you because they have checked out that you are the loyal customer of this particular retail shop. and you have purchased few thousand or few lakhs rupees before 26 January or 15 August. So they are giving you this offer. So they are also checking. Next, manufacturing. Real-time monitoring, higher productivity and cost savings. These are three important areas for this. Data analytics, data analysis and data science. All three play a very vital role. Internet searching, as I already said, that increasingly personalized search, and to help this personalized search, customer as well as retailer both are getting revenues, because maybe one product costs in bricks and mortars 500 rupees, but you will find that Amazon it is 300 rupees. I have checked one book in Amazon 300 rupees, I haven't purchased. After a few days, they have given me the offer that hello, this book is now available for 240 rupees. Next time also, I haven't bought it, but next time it came down to 180 rupees. Hello, loyal customer, the book is now available for 180 rupees for you. And the name of the book is very famous book. This is name is Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept of stay and healthy living. So that's the story. Now, data analytics depends upon DP. Descriptive, predictive, diagnostic, prescriptive. Next. Remember that you have a company, e-commerce company, your sale has gone down drastically. 30% of your sale has gone down. Then the question, what has happened? The 30% of my sale has gone down. Next, why things happen? To my company only, not to other all e-commerce companies. Next, then what will happen to generate revenue? And finally, what should be done to be or to bounce back to the old position? So here, descriptive, predictive, diagnostic, prescriptive, all are there. Last is prescription. What should be done? That is most important, DPGP. Based on these four pillars, DPGP. Your problem and finally what to do. Few you have heard. Tesla, Tesco, Apple, Netflix, Spotify, TCS, and last but not least, the very famous Amazon. In the initial years of Amazon lost few hundred crores. Now Amazon is out of the race, but Amazon lost few hundred crores initially. But Amazon never lost the hope. Initially, the very first time when Amazon came in this e-commerce as an e-commerce platform, what used to do? Amazon used to sell what? Amazon used? Yes. Many few people knew or know that what was the company Nokia? Nokia? Mobile phone? No. Nokia was very famous in Finland to sell tires. From tires to mobile phone, and then like a gypsy cab with the help of latest technology. Why? Why Nokia is not in the market? Why? Have you ever heard? Ever thought of that 5 to 7 years back? You will find that every person is having a Nokia phone, almost. Am I right or wrong? Within 5 to 7 years, what happened? The Nokia is out, totally out from this market. Why? Have you thought of? Correct. Nokia didn't take this smart technology. Nokia's technology was old and cumbersome. Using Nokia phone today is quite cumbersome than using any smartphone. And that's why for that technology Nokia is totally out of the market. So you have to embrace the technology. Now, descriptive analysis, I have already told that pass the raw data, see the raw data, you have to think, you have to gather, you have to collect raw data. Next. Predictive, in the word predictive means determine the future outcome. So with the raw data, you have to predict the future of the outcome and to generate predictions about the future with the help of the raw data. Diagnostic, nature of data and understand the descriptive analysis. And finally, prescriptive, that means your prescription, what to be done and what will be done. There lies the 4 steps and the 4 important chronology. That is most important. Major industrial players like Facebook, Netflix, all use data analytics. Now, data wrangling. Imagine Taj Mahal was not built in a day, but if you do not have the solid foundation, then your house is going to crash. So data wrangling is another word in case of this data analytics, that you have to think about the process to be completed and your data is correct and you can use this particular data for this business purpose or any purpose. Next. Gather, assess, clean. This cycle. Gather, assess, clean, and finally you present. Next. Data mining, very famous word, data mining. Data mining is the process of sifting and sorting through data to find patterns and the hidden relationship in larger data sets. So there is a little bit difference of data wrangling and data mining. Next. Yes, importance of data analytics. 4 vital. Decision making enhancing, identifying trends and patterns, gaining competitive advantage, and improve your efficiency or operational efficiency. Yes. Data analytics has a huge prospect as a data analytics, or as a using data analytics. Huge prospect. Case study Walmart. Walmart deals with 2.5 petabytes of data per hour. Imagine 2.5 petabytes of data per hour. Such a huge data. They have a data center. Many data scientists and data analytics they have engaged or employed. And their job is just to find the pattern of the customer's buying habit. Imagine 2.5 petabytes of data. We don't even think about the gigabytes of data. This is petabytes per hour. Walmart. Next. Personalized customer shopping experience, on-time delivery, packing optimization. Have you ever come across this feature that your goods will be delivered in such and such date and such hour? And have you ever find that this date and time they have highlighted? That means, say for example, 24th March your goods is supposed to be delivered and it has been delivered to 24th April. No. They are USP on time. The same USP of Indigo. Indigo has become Indigo only because of OTP, on-time performance. Other than that, Air India is mind side of Indigo. Seat, comfort, food, adjustment, human touch, my side. Indigo doesn't have any human touch. You may have any problem, or you may have a very difficult problem, and you have reached only 1 minute after the boarding gate, after the counter has been closed. They will not give you a single chance. They will not listen a single word of your problem. Other than small cup of water, they will not even offer anything, not even a cup of tea. Am I right or wrong? Then why Indigo has become Indigo? Why 62% of Indian market share is controlled by Indigo? OTP. Because all top big bosses, they love to go to Delhi in the morning flight and return Calcutta in the evening flight. Because they have the meeting 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They love to go by 9 o'clock to Delhi after meeting, in evening 8 to 9 o'clock, return home. So if their journey halts by another 1 or 2 hours by any reasons, they will not go, because their main operation is to attend a meeting or to attend a conference or something of that sort. Their Indigo plays a very vital role. In Indigo, you will see that if the flight is 7:30, the flight invariably pushed back within 7:20. And you will see, and you will find the hastiness of captain's voice. Captain to arm all doors. That means captain to arm all doors. Those are armed. Who's at your station, please? Who's at your station, please? Because pushed back already. And with the ATC, they got the first clearance. If you have an experience of going Bombay, then you will see that Bombay is one of the busiest airport in India so far. And there, you will see that at one point of time, 8 to 10 aircrafts hovering around Bombay airport, hovering around. And guys, captains are continuously calling to ATC, sir, I have got only 2 tons of fuel. What to do? Then ATC will see, no, you were in the pipeline side. You were supposed to hover around another 20 minutes. Sir, we do not have 20 minutes fuel. Then you change your destination. And nearest destination is, say for example, Udaipur. You go to Udaipur and get down there, refuel and come back. So you have to think that when you hovering around, but in that cases also, I have seen that in a very stormy weather, Indigo captains landed the aircraft with a great risk. Because otherwise you may be fired. So on-time performance plays a very vital role, and in case of e-commerce sites, on-time performance plays a really vital role. The world famous Amazon, based in Seattle. Next. Recommendation systems, retail price optimization, fraud detection. These are 3 things. Amazon based on these, and there Amazon used this business analytics. Netflix, a very famous DVD rental service, and now one of the best sought after site where people love to see cinema. Netflix has got a huge database. Next. Personalized recommendation system, content development using data analytics. They are like the difference. Behavioral patterns, only dealing with behavioral patterns. Next. A company almost having no office earns millions and millions of dollars. Isn't it? Just using software and analysis part. Runs crores and crores. Dynamic pricing on click chat. Have you seen dynamic pricing? Those who haven't any idea about dynamic pricing, say for example from my house to airport only 5 kilometers. In morning 7 o'clock, if you call Uber will give you 400, and in peak time 9 o'clock 600. According to demand, price increases or decreases. Because prime time demand is high, price surges. Customer retention, though right now customer retention part is very poor in Uber. Challenge. These are the challenges. most important challenge is skill shortage. Skill shortage right now, but after 5 years, maybe demand and supply gap will be huge. So many supply, no demand. Maybe data quality integrity, integration analytics into business process, data privacy, that is most important, and Indian government is very keen to bestow the most attention in data privacy. However, I do not know, because you will see that your most of the valuable data are available in the market. Totally compromised, starting from your Aadhaar card data. Challenges in data analytics, including high-speed internet, data literacy programs, data collection and analysis tools. These are some challenges we have to face. Since COVID-19, we have experienced, and World Bank and many experts predicted that role of data analytics will increase, and very soon you will find that the demand of data analytics is very high and prospect is very high. It will be expected 900 million users will be in 2025. IT sector, e-commerce and retail, already told that these are some sectors where prospect is high. Next, financial banking and AI executive survey 2021. 91.7% of executives in global business and IT sectors plan to increase their investment in AI and big data. So these are the leaders in the field: IBM, Dow Jones, Equifax, Moody's Corporation, Salesforce. They are very keen in this field. Next. Future trends: AI and machine learning, big data, real time, AI analytics. Next. Thank you with this journey to bear me to hear few words. I must congratulate you that you have bear me. So, any questions?
Sir, in data handling part, you have mentioned about data collection or something. So does there data inputtation come? Or if there we can do the data input?
Yeah, obviously. And any experience, can you share any experience? All are very experienced, sir. Any experience or any anything, any future, and India's future in this part, any idea? Any input, sir? Students, any input? What do you think? What do you think that whether really data analytics play a very vital role or doesn't require? Any idea? And this is not exam. There will be no deduction of marks. You can ask any silly questions. Any question? No. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So very interesting presentation. I could correlate in so many ways what you said about ChatGPT as well. Like how I could see or sense a little bit of Chomsky in your discussion, like especially when you were discussing about AI and ChatGPT. My question is largely related to how we can be ethical in terms of gathering data. So just to give you an example, like in recent times there is this Vijayarthi Foundation, right? And how Vijayarthi Foundation, for that matter, has been capturing a large-scale data of people, and we do not have that much of luxury to opt out, like the facial recognition. And
Correct.
So when you are doing a research or when you are collecting a large set of data, how we can be ethical in collecting these data?
Yeah. This is a very, very valid question. I have the doubt because ethics play a very vital role, because we have seen, we are facing that all of these important data are going to be compromised or to be sold out in a larger section of institutions. So your question, if I am not mistaken, you have highlighted the ethical portion of dealing data. That is very important question, because in management also ethics plays a very vital role. So he is correctly said that while dealing with raw data from customers or from unknown sources or from others, we have to think about the ethical portion of the data and how to use the data in ethically, not unethically using these data. Because he is right, from Digijatra to Aadhaar card, I have seen that somehow these are some manipulations are there. You are right, I have that out also. So not only dealing with data, you have to think about the ethical portion of the data also. Yes, very valid question. Very valid question. And Government of India is also thinking about this portion, that how to ethically validate data and how to ethically use that large sum of raw data of Indian finance personnel or Indian people. That's important. So if there is no question, then thank you. My journey ends over here. And once again, I thank you all patiently hearing so many voluminous data, all the data. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. So with this, we have come to the end of our one-day workshop. Thank you, everyone, and we are extremely gratified to have your presence. Besides, I take the opportunity to thank our distinguished guest for his commitment in the shape of sparing valuable time amidst his tight and frenetic schedule. Thank you all, and have a nice day.